Hello, my name is Elijah Thomas, and I'm the CEO and founder of Uncharted Records. Today I'm going to take some time to tell you guys about Uncharted. So first, Uncharted Records is a record label and recording studio in Orlando, Florida. I founded this company in 2016 during my sophomore year of high school. I founded this company based upon the principle of just providing opportunity for others. During my high school years, I was surrounded by my friends that had these creative talents, whether it be graphic design, whether it be rapping, whether it be songwriting, whether it be as a musician, producing. They had a lot of talent, but no way to put those things together and actually build a career out of it. So we started off very humble. Started off recording mixtapes under the bleachers with a clip-on mic from Radio Shack, a cheap laptop from HP, and just FL Studio with no experience, no knowledge. And through that time, recording those songs and honing in on my skills and growing as an audio engineer, I started to realize that there was a larger passion that was coming from the people I was working with. It became a thing for them when they started to realize how much potential they actually had and the potential for them to actually do this as a lifelong goal and as a lifelong career. So that's where our tagline, Voicefully Unheard, comes from. It comes from finding the diamond in the rough, finding those who are so talented in our day-to-day lives, and really the only thing that they need to take that themselves to that next step is having the proper tools, resources, and supportive team to provide them the knowledge and resources to get them to where they need to be and to take their career from where they're at and bring them to that next level. So that's where I started to build towards that goal of making Uncharted just that. I worked a part-time job during my high school years at the Home Depot, making just $10 to $12 an hour. And every penny that I had went into equipment, software, cameras, microphones, small business expenses, everything to kind of get this ball rolling to start making this platform for these guys to grow as artists and creatives. And as I graduated from high school and moved over to the center of Orlando and started attending UCF, I started to realize that the same problem I saw for them ended up being a widespread problem in Orlando as a whole as well. And so during that time period, my older brother Ezekiel decided to take on a role of as a CFO of Uncharted, and we started to make some changes. We started to make some steps forward on what we need to do, and started to hit those three things, like I said, building the resources, the tools, and the supportive team to get these creatives where they need to be. And so from there, we actually started our internship program with First Institute in Full Sail, where we started to open doors to graphic designers, audio engineers, videographers, to people that didn't necessarily have the experience yet, but had the drive and the want to learn more and do more, and take part in this mission and this vision that we have as a company. As much as we want to provide opportunities to artists, we want to provide that to creatives as a whole as well. After doing that, we started to still, once again, always looking for people to add to our team, but we said, you know what, let's start investing into the tools that these artists are going to need to create a product that can compete with those who are doing bigger than them, those who are on the billboards, those who have millions of streams on their projects. Let's build something that these guys can work out of and be happy with every single time that they walk out of the studio. So we built our recording studio. We took out personal loans, student loans, every last penny that we could find, and we built our first recording studio, where now we have a team of 6 audio engineers who work out of here full time, and work with our clients and artists to create their music. And as we progressed from there, we said, you know what, at the end of the day, artists aren't just coming here just for the music. They're coming here and they're going to need more than that. They're going to need a way for them to build their brand. They're going to need videos such as music videos and interviews and advertisements. They're going to need more than just the studio. So we started to build out our videography team, our photography team, our graphic design team, and started to hone into really having a team that could be a one-stop shop for any artist who walked in the door. And once we built that, and now we're at a team size of 15 dedicated and diverse individuals, we said, how can we start building this community? How can we start building this knowledge base and this network base for these artists to take advantage of? And so we had our open mic series called Uncharted Live, where it was a free to perform event where we had a live band, a roster for artists to come in and perform and hone in on those skills that they also need to succeed as an artist, right? Performing. And so it was a great opportunity for them to connect and network with other musicians that were there, other producers that were there, other photographers and videographers that were there. A great networking event and a great learning opportunity for them to grow as an artist. As once COVID hit, we had to put a pause on that, but we started out something different. And we are now on our 4th event of our open studio community event. So during this event, we open our doors for 8 hours once a month on the second Tuesday of every month. And we allow producers, musicians, audio engineers, photographers, videographers, musicians, everyone that can work together in this creative field and get together and create. And it's been a great experience seeing how many people get to know each other now, are following each other on Instagram and social media platforms, liking each other's stuff, following each other, reposting each other's stuff, and starting to build that music community that we all need to take each other to that next level. And it's, once again, free of charge, lowering that barrier of entry so that anybody can come in and work and grow as an artist. As Uncharted Records is not only just a recording studio and a record label, but we are also a platform for these people to grow and expand their knowledge base, expand their fan base, and overall just achieve more. And so today, to walk through why we started our GoFundMe is because we're now at a stage where we have all the right tools, all the right resources, the proper team, and even partnerships with other companies, such as artist management companies, marketing companies, other record labels, and things like that, where we can now make this next step forward for us to achieve more, not only for ourselves, but for everyone who's a part of the Uncharted vision. One of the main reasons why a lot of small businesses fail is because of funding. Being that me and Ezekiel are the only people who fund Uncharted Records and it comes out of our own pockets, we need extra funding to keep this vision and this mission alive. That funding would go towards funding artist projects, internal projects, marketing and branding, payroll for our current employees, and overall working capital for us to stay alive and to keep pushing forward and achieving more. For this GoFundMe, everyone who shares and reposts this, that in itself is greatly appreciated. And for those of you who decide to dedicate and donate your own hard-earned money to this crowdfunding, we thank you and we appreciate it. Uncharted Records is all about giving back to the community, about providing opportunities for others, and providing and reaching that greater goal of providing a voice to the unheard, to those who need it, to those who deserve it, to those who want it. And so we thank every one of you guys who take a part in making this a possibility for us and keeping the Uncharted vision alive. So once again, I'm Elijah Thomas, the CEO and founder of Uncharted Records, and I thank you for your time, and let's make another voice heard.